We are now past the midpoint of the week of the Sunday next before Advent, Stir Up Sunday. The little Lent of Advent begins this coming Sunday. And of course, in the United States, today is Thanksgiving Day. My family are getting together to celebrate it tomorrow. Here is the collect for Stir Up Sunday. As ought to be obvious, this is therefore an apt time of year for returning thanks for the harvest and for such harvest of blessings as we have had in the past year. Within the borders of what are now the United States of America, this has been going on for a very long time. The first service of Thanksgiving, so far as we can tell, having been celebrated by the friars tramped along with Coronado in Paladera County, and the first English-speaking such service having occurred in 1619 in Tidewater, Virginia, 2 years before a boatload of lost Yankees did so up north. But the latter of these has become the template for American Thanksgivings, is an artifact of the war and Reconstruction. Civic history is made in interesting ways. Civic myth is made in fashions yet more interesting. Be that as it may, I have much to be thankful for, and may as well say so today. I am thankful for my friends, and I resist the comic spirit so far as not to append to that statement the classic line of Sir Humphrey Appleby's, both of them. Astoundingly, I in fact have more than 2 friends, which means that I have more than 2 more than I deserve. I am grateful for all of them, for all of you, including but not limited to those who have most recently been of aid to me, ranging from Laura and Rhonda to Joseph, to Richard, and to the other Richard in my life, and Andrew, and of course Dwight, and Amy, and Casey, and Cousin Cornelia, and J.K., who I hope know how grateful I am for their aid. And although I am a very poor correspondent online, I hope that friends, relations, and connections who have had birthdays for which I did not make a birthday post, from Parker to Grant, are aware that whenever I am apprised of a birthday, I at least include the collect for birthdays, your name here, when I say evening prayer that night on such occasions. Which reminds me, I am thankful to be a product of and a part of the Anglican tradition, despite the fact that vast chunks of nominal Anglicanism are busy rejecting and making war upon that tradition. In a similar vein, I am grateful to have had a W&L education in the days when W&L was W&L, while those currently in charge of the place are treating it like Brennus, or a bunch of Visigoths, Ostrogoths, and Vandals engaged in the sack of Rome. After all, some good came in the sack of Rome undone by the Visigoths. It inspired a little book by St. Augustine, The City of God, De Civitate Dei contra Paganos. And again, in a similar fashion, I am, despite the best efforts of both parties and of the federal government for a good 2 decades, grateful and thankful to be an American. It has put the Constitution to a push-the-envelope stress test, but the Constitution has withstood it. I am also, again with a not unmixed attitude, oddly grateful for the Internet, even including social media, like sex, drugs, and rock and roll, none of which I am a particular follower or engaged in, unless you're one of those people who thinks that port and sherry are drugs. There's a vast potential there for abuse. All the same, nothing could be abused without its being perverted from its original creation and use as a good thing. And there are many benefits in our having the Internet and even social media. I should have to go very far and very arduously to a number of libraries to gather the information which is at my fingertips when I write. That is a benefit of the Internet. Obviously, I can amplify my voice and its reach by the use of the Internet and its social media component. Another benefit for me, if not for you. And there are innocent pleasures even on social media, such as watching persons of other musical traditions or none suddenly discover and become fans of big band swing, trad jazz, northern soul, beach music, bluegrass music, southern rock, blues, Dixieland, opera, and best of all, the baroque. And of course, it is a marvelous means for seducing people into reading books they might otherwise have missed, or perhaps to read at all. For these things also we may be unfeignedly thankful. I'm thankful the Astros won the series. And of course, particularly after the last decade or so, I'm grateful simply to be alive and in the body. I don't dread being seconded from the church militant to the church triumphant, but like so many of us, I'm aware of how much there is yet to be done, which is not to say I'm particularly good at getting it done. Nevertheless, I'm grateful to have the opportunity to do so, even if it means going to the cardiologist every 6 months rather than every other year, as I live life on the installment plan. We all do, but some of us are made much more aware of it. This also is due partly to the support and kindness of friends and family, and my gratitude for and to each of you is therefore all the more increased and must here be acknowledged. This is a time of thanksgiving, and of giving thanks for the past harvest. My harvest has been days made more grateful by the support of friends and family, y'all. Your harvest, then, as the collect for the week puts it, is the fruit of good works, and I am thankful and grateful accordingly. I trust all of you shall have a happy, a joyous, and fulfilling Thanksgiving, or its equivalent at this time in your country or your culture, including all the things which traditionally accompany it as a feast and which I am no longer allowed to eat. But even that restriction has tended to keep me alive, I could be grateful for, and am, as opposed to and yam, obviously. Enjoy your own feasts, and especially your families, and may we all gather again next year with thanks to give.